Atomic Robo Kid. So, this video game released on the Sega Mega Drive on the 14th of December 1990. It is a port of the 1988 arcade title by UPL. Should have a thingy. There you go. Was that the flyer for the original one? Alrighty, so this game is actually developed by Treco, which was a Sami subsidiary. Treco with the Japanese unit, because there was also Treco of America and Sami of America. So the Japanese dudes over at Treco would handle the porting on the Mega Drive, which would result in their first release on the 16-bit console. Right, let's get some logos in here. There you go, UPL, Treco, and Sami. Those logos should be current to the time where this was released, except Sami, because that logo is 1991 and onwards. At any rate, we're going to be focusing a little bit on UPL for the time being, responsible for the original game. Now, UPL are mostly associated with vertical shmups, such as Task Force Harrier. Of course, we're talking about arcade video games, not their home versions, because Task Force Harrier does have an X version on Mega Drive, ported by none other than Treco themselves. Other ones are Acrobat Mission, Omega Fighter, Uchisenkan Gomora, also known as Bioship Paladin. However, even though they're mostly known for vertical shmups, I would say, they still had a nice variety overall, with most interesting titles of the likes of Van Dyke and Mutant Knight. Mutant Knight, perhaps the most game that is akin to Atomic Robo Kid in their selection. That little cool as hell arcade game where you go around and you are a little eyeball monster, and it's just fucking amazing. I just love Japanese games with shitload of Japanese monsters and Japanese folklore elements in them, and Mutant Knight is pretty much exactly that, so I love it. Yeah, the key member in the Atomic Robo Kid team, the key member of UPL was Tsutomu Fujisawa. Tsutomu Fujisawa responsible for the design of basically all of UPL games, or almost. Joined UPL in 1984 and worked on almost all of the games. He was initially more known for Ninja-kun. Like, Ninja-kun was maybe the first big success, and then Penguin Son, whatever the penguin name, the penguin game's name is. Yeah, it was also responsible for the design of Mutant Knight and Atomic Robo Kid. And that should get silenced exactly now. Now, the company goes bankrupt in 1992, perhaps due to their unsuccessful plunge into the pachinko business. Sadly, pachinko business is not always profitable for the owners, apparently. That was after having already had a late entry into the console market with a NES. I think they joined the NES market by 86 or 88. That was the first console game by UPL or something. Now, at the time of closing their doors, they had a beat 'em up in development called Break Show and another vertical shmup called Kaisoku Sparrows. Moreover, they planned to port Acrobat Mission to all the 16-bit home consoles. At that time, in May 1992, Fujisawa founded the development studio Scarab. Let's get rid of... wait, how do I... OBS, there you go. Scarab. Which would mainly be involved in development of the fighting games initially, but a lot of anime stuff as well. Unfortunately, Fujisawa died in 1998, at which point Noriko Fujisawa, her wife, took over the company. Now, this woman had also worked on Atomic Robo Kid and Sami's Dynagear as a background designer. She was also creatively involved in Scarab's games later on, such as a couple of those fighting games we mentioned, such as Battle Monsters and Killing Zone. Two interesting fighting games. The first for Saturn and the second for PlayStation 1. Pretty dank games. I think one is like live action actors and the other one is like 3D stuff, which is pretty absurd. But yeah, Scarab was involved in many games, especially through Sammy. And for the Sega Saturn. In September 2002, Scarab became a subsidiary of Cavia, also known as Caviar, but I think it's just Cavia. Later, AQ Entertainment. Cavia was founded by Hayao Nakayama, who was a former Sega CEO. I think he was a head of Sega for 1 full year, even. It's not much, but I think it's still. Now, in March 2005, the ownership became final, and Scarab's name changed into Feel Plus. The first job under their name would be to complete the development of Lost Odyssey. Came out in 2007 for the Xbox 360. That's all I have to say for now about UPL. Let's move on to more relevant to this stream people who are Treco. Now, Treco are still very much involved with UPL, as we will see. We already mentioned they pretty much just ported games, and that's mostly UPL and NMK games, as we will see. Treco's also pretty much tied up with Semi. Anyway, unlike UPL, Treco saw its existence, like many other companies, thanks to the console wars, I would say. Treco exists pretty much thanks to the console wars. What does that mean? That means Treco is a product of Nintendo's monopolistic contracts. Now, the way Treco was born is that Sammy over here, Sammy USA to be specific, thought that they would have less troubles developing on both the Super Nintendo and the Sega Mega Drive if they had changed name into Treco for the Mega Drive's development. As such, the subsidiary was mainly in charge of publishing. Now, this is already not the first time we see such a situation occurring. Like a company already got in some contract with Nintendo to develop games on the Super Nintendo, so they are legally binded to only develop games for the Super Nintendo, not for the competition, and so they are unable to develop games for the Sega Mega Drive. That's what you would see happening like in the early days of the Mega Drive. That's why Capcom or Konami didn't do shit on Mega Drives, because they were binded legally by Nintendo pretty much. To be reductive, that is exactly true though. So Treco was born to do just that. It didn't do that much, but we're gonna check out something extremely cool in a second. Now, what happened to Treco though? They quickly got reabsorbed into Sammy in 1991. Although a few games will still be published under the Treco name, especially in the US, because Langrisser, known as Warsong, and Sorcerer's Kingdom are two examples of that would get published in the US under the Treco name. Now, the only games actually developed by Treco, I would say, and I'm not sure about this, but I would say they were probably just Atomic Robo Kid. That's the arcade version, though. I would say Atomic Robo Kid. This one, Street Smart, Task Force EX. So again, just UPL and NMK ports from the arcade games. They had, however, something really good ready, which I'm about to show you, that can be found in the Atomic Robo Kid manual. So why don't we take a look here at this very I should really look into this webcam. Hold on, it's not working. Batman. Hold on, it's worth it. Webcam, Microsoft. No, video capture device. Yeah, there you go. All right. Let's give that some exposure. No, too much. Okay, that's good. Okay, get ready. There's a copy of a Japanese copy of Atomic Robo Kid, of course. Not if you can see that properly. It looks super dark over here, but no matter. This is a pretty early release. All early Mega Drive releases have this dank, really dank smell. Can't describe. For some reason, the later ones do not. All right. So let's whoa. Okay, we'll look into that later. That seems like some really good artwork stuff, guys. Wow, yeah, okay. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Look at this. Treco MD Softo. Treco Mega Drive game. Right. So this is Vasim. Who's that? Koin Tengoku. Now that you are through with baseball, I will support you again. Okay, thank you. Vasim, thank you for the resub, Koin Tengoku. 5 months, thank you. Vasim, this is an unreleased game, right? Vasim, Bazamu. Okay. So apparently this was going to be Treco's only original game, not a port, right? Now I didn't translate what it says here. I translated something more important earlier, but let's see what this says. Mega Drive Hatsuno Chou Action RPG Sensei na Animation Shori ni Yoru Tekito no. Okay, the first true hardcore action RPG for the Sega Mega Drive with sensational animations and terrific opponents. Wada versus Wada no Kobo-sen. I can do player versus player? Okay. I don't know. You can fight big demons with your sword. Fantasy world and beautiful visuals. Alright, so this looked pretty dank, right? But what came of it? Nothing. This game never came out. Right. Well, I am going to show you something more that I found. Actually found it through a tweet by Video Game Densetsu. And it would be... Give me a second. Alright, that's the picture you just saw. There you go. So this is from Mega Drive Fans December 1990 issue. Mega Drive Fan, a Japanese Mega Drive magazine, of course. And this is a page with a bunch of screenshots and details, of course. There's also a sick poster. Look at that. They even made a poster out of it on the right. And that art looks gorgeous. I feel compelled to play Vasim. Vasim, there you go. The Romaji spelling with a dragon. Is that a dragon? A staked dragon? And that logo alone with the wings is fucking insane. Alright, so I did a little bit of a quick and dirty translation of what it says over here, right? So, and a little blurb on the right, on the left column, it says, in this 9th issue, we're presenting the action RPG Vasim. Development is progressing smoothly, and as samples will soon arrive in the editorial department, let's take a look at some screenshots. Although this game doesn't have an intricate level-up system with an experience bar, it is designed for the player to gain levels upon clearing events. The balance between action and RPG feels very good. We hope it comes out soon, as there's still not many games of this genre on Mega Drive. So this was advertised as an action RPG, and it would be a side-scrolling game. And let's see, by translating the little vertical texts, the pink ones, what does it say exactly? But let's do that while also trying to give you a zoom, a little bit of a zooming in. So, all right, check out that. Yeah, that action screenshot on the top. Okay, the text on the on that action screenshot at the top says, the protagonist's blow kills the enemy. You can also use an axe or a dagger. Because I assume it's referring to the fact that on the screenshot he's using a sword. Alright. And then on the bottom left, with that dude's face, it says, this is pretty good dot art as well. This game would have came out on like 90, late 90, more like 91 actually, 91, because Atomic Robo Kid released on like December, 14th of December, so. Wait, this Mega Drive Fan Magazine is also in December 1990, so both this issue and Atomic Robo Kid came out on the same month. And this game was apparently in good state, judging by the screenshots and by the little blurb, but nothing came out of it, which is a goddamn shame. Not even a prototype is dumped, I believe. But I wouldn't know. I haven't done too deep of research on that thing. So that portrait dude's text says, well, there's more text on the bottom. It says, this is the field screen, because it's referring to the other one. So that one with a dude, sorry, actually says, is the shopkeeper a former thief? And you get that artwork. And then about the map, we get this is the field screen. A skull marks the bad guys. And you can kind of see, it's blurry, but you can see there are skulls on the volcano and on what could be a cemetery or just any building really on the bottom. And you had an overworld map where you could walk around. So that would have been freaking insanely cool and pretty primitive graphics, but this game was in development in 1990 already, so. Man, imagine how easy can it be to port a game from arcade to Mega Drive if they can do that and then work on a game at the same time with a team as small as it would be the one of Treco, which was just a publishing subsidiary, man. Glasses and a monocle? Really? I didn't see that. Hold on. No, it's more like of an eye patch, not a monocle. Or maybe it's just got a big scar. And hey, Endless Night, what's going on? Alrighty. So let's go to the cooler screenshots. Hold on, OBS is silly. Cat. Okay, so we got this. He's raising the axe in the air, and it says, "Oh!" The winner's voice rose. Gain a hand axe in the loot. So you find weapons, and there's a hand axe, a sword, and a dagger, apparently. Or at least there was supposed to be. And this looks very much like, if you look at this one last screenshot with the axe, it looks a lot like a legendary axe in the PC Engine. Like the stance of him looks a lot like it. And that the tooltip in-game text says, "Hua wa kaze no yubi wa te ni ireta." Okay, so he found a wind ring in a chest, and his name is Fua. Indeed, the text says on the pink one says, "Give the warrior a name of your choice. I am Fua." So this was supposed to be a really fucking cool video game by Treco that We never got. Nobody ever got that one. Shit. God damn. Yo, Beef, what's going on? And Jiggy. Didn't see you there. You lots. Steak Dragon. Let's take a look at Dawson. Some more, man. Look at that. Look at that. How cool is that? How cool is this game gonna be? I have a sword, a dagger, and an axe, but I can't actually play the game. Oh, what I thought with a steak were actually his toes. Oh, you didn't have a retail price, dude. Never came out. Fuck. All right. Three Bears Gaming. I'm about to. Welcome. Yeah, we got Semi Sega now. I wouldn't say merge, but yeah, like with the holdings and shit. Oh, I played that, Biff, on stream. Play it. Fucking play it. And then watch my lore shock of it. Okay, so Sound Shock time. Sound Shock time is again one of those mysteries. I always find the composer department on this research times to be the most mysterious one by far. Usually because the composer adopted a nickname and we can't track down who the fuck was him, really. But this time it's different, as you will see now. Atomic Robo Kid on the Mega Drive uses the banked SMPS Z80 sound engine, which is pretty much the Sega original and primitive version of the official Sega sound engine for the Mega Drive, where SMPS is like a sample music playback system or something like that. Now, the original score for this game, albeit completely unremarkable, even more maybe annoying at some parts, was done by a company. I very much like, and which worked on a couple of games that we already cleared before, such as Alicia Dragoon and Jano Torumon. Jano Torumon's soundtrack I particularly cared for. Now, the company we're talking about is Meccano Associates, right? See if I can bring up some Jano Torumon music, because I freaking love that soundtrack. Remember? Anybody who saw me play that John game, remember this song? The one that would just get stuck to your brain so hard. Pretty shitty drums overall, both this and Alicia Dragoon. But really, really nice overall. Just the drums were really shit. Now, Meccano Associates. It was founded by Fumihito Kasatani and Nobuyuki Aoshima in 1986, when they first worked on... Wait for it. Sealfid. Bam. Now, the two were good friends and were in a band together that they called Modernista through the early 1980s, where Kasatani would play guitar and Aoshima would play bass. A very nice and technical interview by Pixel Audio, which you can find over here actually. Kasatani goes in detail with the hardware that was used, specifically in regards to Alicia Dragoon. But one interesting thing he also points out is how they would be very picky, even while being in their early 20s, about the jobs to pick. Getting seen as impertinent by the Japanese culture standards, but being able to work on projects where there was particular care for the music quality. You know, little 20-year-old stands up to 40-year-olds in Japan in the business. Yeah, right, this guy's got some spunk, irreverent. But no, just business really. Perhaps that is why they worked on a fair amount of Mahjong games, where the music is indeed pretty important, and its music is exactly proof of that. Yeah, it's still Sealfid, it came out on a variety of systems, yes. It also came out on the Mega CD indeed. Now, Meccano Associates worked a lot for Game Arts. with the PC-88 games Sylphid, which came out in 1986, but also Zilliard in 1987, which is more of an action RPG of sorts. Now, the most badass game is actually this one, Vagues. Shitty scan, but the box art is awesome. It also came out on the PC Engine, just the PC Engine. I think it came out on the PC Engine CD. Yeah, this game is badass. You just side-scrolling robot, and after each level, you upgrade your parts. It's fucking insane. So yeah, Vagues, I have to stream Sunday. It came out in 1988, and also Thexter in 1989. So these are pretty much like first-class PC-88 games, especially Sylphid and Thexter, I would say. They also worked on Faria, action RPG for the Famicom in 1990, sorry, under Game Arts. And also the Mega Drive version of Alicia Dragoon in 1992. I don't know why I say the Mega Drive version, because that is the only version. But here is the Japanese box art done by a manga artist I don't recall the name of. Pretty good music. What's that, Dream Boss? Helical. Heavy Unit. No, I haven't. Not yet. Not yet. Soon though, someday. Hope so. Alright, so here's the interesting debate section with like the mysteries and shit. Now, the original arcade version of Atomic Robo Kid, right, has credits in it, and McCann Associates is indeed responsible for its original soundtrack. Now, because McCann Associates would later score a few more games on the Mega Drive, one would think that it is safe to assume that they are also responsible for the consumer version of the score as well. And what I'm saying, just one would be inclined to say that McCann Associates is also the composer for the Mega Drive version of Atomic Kid. That can only be an assumption though, because the sound engine used for the Mega Drive version of Atomic Robo Kid is different than the one used for the other 3 Mega Drive games, which is their own sound engine, the McCann Associates custom engine. Now, especially useful to this discussion as a comparative term is the release of the Mega Drive entry in the Gambler Jiko Tsushina series. Just Gambler Jiko Tsushina, Katayama Masayuki no Mahjong Dojo. This game was released in the exact same day as the Mega Drive Atomic Robo Kid, fucking December 14th, yet it used the Meccano Associates custom driver, whereas Atomic Robo Kid did not. So what I'm saying is, Meccano Associates probably were not responsible for the Mega Drive version of Atomic Robo Kid. Or if they were, there was some reason for which they did not use their own driver, and I can't think that to be true. So, once again, I don't know who did this soundtrack. It is maybe a bit better than the arcade one, but I think both the arcade Atomic Robo Kid soundtrack and the Mega Drive Atomic Robo Kid soundtracks are extremely lacking. Yes, I have, Duke. It's pretty much the same as the PC-88 one. It is pretty much exactly like this. Pretty much. Some colors are different. Yeah, no idea, Mungo. What the fuck is a street piece? I know, right? What was that again? And yeah, this. Meet the new kid on the block. Yeah, this is the American one. Cat, yes, cat. Cat, yes, hello, cat. You're too far away to pet. Okay, so that is all for the lore shock for Atomic Robo Kid. Oh, feel free to link it, Duke. I sure have not seen that. I gave it for granted that it did not come out in the USA for the TurboGrafx 16 Vegs. Okay, guys, so need to turn the shit on now and play it. But first, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. The most fucking important part, guys. The most important part. The manual. Let's check on the manual and the box and stuff. From that little brief peek we looked at the manual earlier to check on the unreleased game by Treco, there was some seriously good artwork in there. Treco, Total Leisure Planner. That's new. Alright. Even got the details of the company in the on the back of the box. Based in Tokyo, of course. 5th floor of the SMK building. There's some dank lore here, I'm sure. That's likely peel off label, but we're here to look at the beautiful artwork that resides in this. I'm sure there's plenty. Bam! Look at that! Holy shit! That's something. Alright, first the box art, you know. There's it's pretty okay. Look at that. Guy definitely got charisma. Gotta hand it to him. And look at this. This looks very good. See if we can get this bigger. Alright. Yeah, it's got that little extension on his nose. Oh my god, Duke. Yes, I had seen that actually. I had seen that. That's so stupid. Yeah, I did see that before. Alright. After laughing at the American Vegs, dude, I can't stop looking at this artwork. It is very good. Yeah, yeah, it's got extremely Geiger backgrounds, this whole game. And the first artwork, as soon as you open the manual, is no less. Are those fangs? Cables? Both? Alright. You see, look at this fucking quality, man. Even the fucking subsidiary of Sammy had insane manual quality on Japanese fucking Mega Drive, man. Unbeatable fucking quality for home consoles. That's Mega Drive for you. Look, even reiterating the box art and the background of the history prologue, which by the way is fucking huge. Gonna have to read the American version to see what the lore is, because I didn't bother translating this. I just bothered translating the blurb about the unreleased game. Right, controls with some little kid artwork here. Look at that. Killer Miller X. What's going on? Yeah, indeed. Indeed it does. Right, some screenshots, some more screenshots, another little artwork. Burp. Digesting chicken. Okay, moving on. There's this. Pickup. I know what this does. I've seen this game in action a little bit before. I don't know. It's fully blind, basically, it's what I'm saying. Okay, looks like you pick up weapons. Again, there's a wide variety of weapons. They do different shit. I think this game, like, looks really good for what it is. Like a 90 port of a, what, 88 arcade game? Like the enemy artworks, they're all like round and cool. I would say typical UPL design. Just draw cute blobs. Oh, that's a lot of cute blobs that are probably gonna fuck us up. Mini dragon. Mini dragon. Robo Kid no nakama. Mini dragon. Robo Kid's companion. That looks, yeah. I mean, that looks like, yeah. What is this? What does it say? The mini dragon will leave items behind for the player. I think it's what it's saying. Also a key, maybe? Alright, that looks pretty cool. That looks interesting. Oh, this is gonna be the bosses. Big enemy. It says big enemy here. Big goo enemy. Yeah, those are big. This guy's got like a blue dick. Straight out of baddragon.com. Is it .org? He's got two one missile turret, one rocket turret, and two machine gun turrets. And this guy's just the brain dick. Holy shit. This guy's a brain dick. With arms and dicks for antennae. And a dick for a nose. It's also got a brain with cum stains on it. Okay, that's a boss. BE1, BE2, and then this is BE3. Guess what it has? A dick. With a spike on it. A needle, I should say. Actually, what do you call an insect's needle, like a scorpion needle? Just needle, probably. Other big enemies. What? How many big enemies does this game have? Shit. And then the advertisement for Treko's original game never came out. Vasm, holy shit. I wish it came out, dude. I wish they made this come out and not an arcade port, man. God fucking damn it. That makes me pretty bitter. But hey, we get to look at it, right? We can't play games that didn't come out. Actually, we can, but maybe not this one. Kale, what's going on? Dana, Zimmy, welcome, Zinny. Stinger, thank you, Duke. It wouldn't occur to me. Yeah, I mean, one could go on a crusade and track down somebody and ask if they have something left over. The thing is, basically, what I think happened, in 1991, Treco got reabsorbed back into Sammy, because Treco was initially a subsidiary of Sammy. So that must have happened exactly where they were in development for Vasm. And then the development was just halted, probably because either the developers were laid off, or they were just not relocated as their own studio. So no more Vasm for us. No more Vasm for us. Soul fam, what's going on? All right, let's bust this game in, guys. Wait, no. The lower shock shall not end yet. Let's see the American manual for Atomic Robo Kid and get the English lore. I didn't bother to translate from my own Japanese manual. Oh yeah, we didn't know. We've never shown the American box art for Atomic Robo Kid, which is pretty bad. Like, it's legitimately a horrible choice, because this is the American box art for Atomic Robo Kid. Just took one of the little drawings from the Japanese manual, or concept art, and they slapped it on a red background, and that's Atomic Robo Kid in America. Yeah. As opposed to the arcade flyer. Oh well, I guess that's what they took it from. And the much better, of course, freaking Japanese box art right here. Okay, let me look. Let's take a look together at the manual. See if we can get some more. Okay, I got this. Hold on a sec. All right, good enough. Lore, where is it? There it is. Information download to Atomic RoboKid profile. Several years ago, a burst of intense radiation fell upon our colony. Its origin was unknown, except that it appeared to originate somewhere deep in space. The radiation was devastating to all colony life forms, killing most and mutating whatever remained. It also adversely affected our colony's geography and continues to change it, though scout reports suggest that there might be some outside force involved. In the aftermath of this apocalypse, a handful of humans struggle in vain to survive. We are now dominated by hostile intelligent beings. Several fearsome governors have seized control, rendering us powerless. We have been constantly battling the mutant armies, but our conventional weapons and flashy bodies are no match against their speed, power, and numbers. Without help from Earth's forces, we cannot fight for long. We've also discovered that the radiation and atmospheric conditions have made it nearly impossible to survive outside or, to our dismay, reproduce. Foreseeing the possible destruction of Terra 12, our scientists developed Eve, a biodroid housing human DNA and capable of delivering healthy human offspring. Oh shit. However, the conditions under which we live have made it nearly impossible to reach her underground chamber, lessening the chance of any future survivor. So the little atomic robot kid's objective is to ingravidate and fertilize another robot, a biodroid housing human DNA and capable of delivering healthy human offspring. Holy shit, okay, that's a good goal. As our last hope, we have developed the Synthetic Soldier series. Androids designed specifically for battle in this hostile environment. Our ultimate and working creation is the Atomic RoboKid. We hope that his fusion-driven systems, multiple weaponry, and near-human intelligence will prove to be more than a match against these invaders, and ultimately revive the Eve system into a new world. As Atomic RoboKid, you must penetrate the domains of the mutants and terminate the governors. You'll be able to warp through zones by entering portals. Power and system updates will be available in the form of crystals. See section on crystals. Good luck. The merchant. Another way to gain extra items in order to become crystals is by meeting the merchant, a dinosaur-like cat, so that's a little dinosaur. He strategy positions behind enemy lines. Just walk up to the merchant and talk, and the screen will switch to shop mode. Okay. Each new item will cost you 1 atomic RoboKid. You spend lives on items. You have to find a portal to continue. This better not be mazy. Okay, S is speed up. But too much speed is bad. R is rapid fire. And the thing without anything is shield. We need to collect 4. Okay, that's it. Okay.